what was the first thing when you were looking at these characters, preparing for the role? What was the moment where you were like, I'm excited, that this is something I can sink my teeth into?
When I finished reading the script, because there was not at one moment when I read the script that I actually let go of the story, that I let go of the universe that I just entered, and it was a continuous, constant feeling that I just didn't want to put the script down, and then I finished it, and I immediately just wanted to read it again, and I thought, if you want to read a script again that's 200 pages long, which I learned down the line is really long for a script, it's a good sign.
Well, certainly the opportunity to work with Lars was thrilling, but also the opportunity to get to play this character. I mean, I think this was a real man character, you know, and I've been in this business so long, and you know, to have finally come to a place where I could play somebody's father is amazing, really, you know, and
Full circle.
Yeah, you know, and now I have kids, and you know, and to get to play this nice father and nice man was something I was really excited to get to do.
And you were a very nice father. You two had a very loving relationship, which is interesting for this kind of story.
Sure.
And I think intimate relationship.
Yeah. I think very important. Important to see that, you know, she has a background that's positive, an interesting familial arrangement. Definitely there's some tension with the mother, but I think her relationship with her father certainly is very close, appropriately so. But you know, I think once she experiences the loss, and it's so painful, you know, there's definitely a void that's left within her that I think she spends a lot of time trying to recapture and fill.
Do you think her sense of shame that she seems to be carrying with her, since it obviously didn't come from a damaged father-daughter relationship, you think where's that stemming from?
I think it comes from a lot of different things, you know, just a lot of just going through life and you know, you become who you are with the experiences that surround you and the experiences that you go through, and I think she's always sort of felt like an outsider, and that kind of sense of shame that kind of doesn't connect with the kind of mainstream or kind of, you know, normal people, or however you'd call it. I think there's always that kind of, but I've never been like everyone else. Comes from her disconnection.
So much stigma attached to being a little unique and a little different, and so much stigma attached to sexuality, and you know, it's like so taboo and so out of the ordinary, and I think maybe that kind of repression, you know, anything you repress grows and builds, and you know, it can become very damaging.
Obviously there's a lot of buzz, you know, about how this pushes some taboos, pushes some boundaries.
Yeah.
Where, you know, is the difference between art and pornography, that distinction, and how did you guys approach that when you were getting into this project?
Well, I think, look, obviously the title is provocative. I think people have an idea, a preconceived notion about what it's going to be, and not knowing what to expect, even though I shot a lot of it, but you don't know how the director is going to put all these pieces together. I just found it to be a very rich, colorful story. I went along with her journey, and I understood, in a way, her journey and the beast that she was wrestling and dealing with, and the void that she was trying to fill. And by the end, I was completely emotionally caught up in the struggles that she goes through. So it's just that kind of film. It's an unexpected journey that you go, oh wow, I went in thinking this, and I'm coming out thinking this.
It is a film about a sex addict, but the thing about what I found when I saw the film is that, yes, there are a lot of sex scenes, but somehow they are incorporated in the story, and they become part of the story, and you forget almost like that they are, you know, all the kind of speculation and the frenzy around it. They are part of the story, but they become just, you know, oh, okay, matter of fact sex scenes. Yeah. It's not, you know, it's not a statement, or it's not over romanticized. It kind of just completely blends in, and then it ends and you move on to something else. And so immediately it becomes a tale, it becomes a story, and it doesn't become pornography, or it doesn't, and it has a different function. And that's what a lot of people are suddenly realizing.
The delirium scene in the hospital, obviously the most high-tension scene you had together. What was it like to prepare for that as an actor?
To have faith in Lars for me was the most important. It is such a difficult scene emotionally that you just have to go, okay, Lars, we have a lot of time. He doesn't really restrict us anyway. He lets us kind of really find the moments in the scene. He gives us a lot of freedom. And he actually doesn't really tell us what to do at all. So we find the scene together, and then suddenly we're there. And we do as much preparation before, but then once you're in the scene, what's so good is that Christian was there, and I didn't actually need to consciously do anything. I was immediately in the scene, experiencing what Joe was experiencing, and it was quite overwhelming for me.
Yeah, we didn't rehearse it really. We came in and just he trusted us, I think, and turned the cameras on, and we were able to capture the moments. And I think we both felt safe enough to do that. He likes to take risks, and I think his set is very familial. He's worked with a lot of these people for so long, and everybody was so invested in the project that you couldn't help but get caught up in that and want to go for it yourself.
Yeah.